This video is being filmed a few hours before you've actually watched it, so check for updates, but we have breaking news. Hundreds of migrants have apparently tried rushing the California port of entry as Trump threatens to close the entire border. I've got the story up from Fox News. I'm going to keep refreshing it because it is updated every few minutes because this is an ongoing situation. But I've got some aggregated video. Check this video out right here. This is illegal immigrants are trying to storm the U.S. border right now. Look at this. There they go. Rushing the U.S. border. And there's actually many more videos and photos. This is Tijuana right now. This happened just about a half an hour before I'm filming this video. This went up. And we've got more photos and videos aggregated from Breaking News Live that we can check out. So in the video you just watched, we've got helicopters overhead. We've got reporter on the ground says to Breaking News Live that tear gas has been fired from the U.S. side of the border in response to illegal immigrants storming the U.S. border. The Mexican border crossing near Tijuana completely shut down after dozens of illegal immigrants tried to cross, and we've got photos. They've set up these makeshift walls. San Ysidro is one of the busiest ports in the world. Whole thing shut down, it sounds like. We can see we've got a heavy border security deployed near Tijuana border town to make sure nobody can cross illegally. You can see all of these federal police. Things are getting pretty intense. And I'm just going to do a general sweep now of the Breaking News Live and look at more of the content they have up. But it looks like, for the most part, that's it. So let's go to this story and figure out what's going on. I've just refreshed it. And we've got images and videos posted on social media Sunday afternoon appear to show hundreds of migrants from the leading Central American caravan pushing past Mexican riot police and rushing the border at the port of entry in San Ysidro, California, in a major test for both U.S. border authorities and Mexican officials. Listen, you've seen the video. Everyone on the left, well, not everybody, but people on the left kept saying they're just here to seek asylum. In fact, Shep Smith said they're people who they want to come and seek asylum. This is hundreds of people rushing the U.S. border. They were saying these people didn't want to enter illegally. Trump was saying they would. They just tried. They did. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials have suspended northbound, southbound vehicle and pedestrian crossings at the port of entry in San Ysidro, officials told Fox News, and tear gas was apparently being fired from the U.S. side of the border. It was not immediately clear if any members of the caravan made it past the port of entry into the U.S. Fox News has confirmed early Sunday through an organizer for Pueblo Sin Fronteras, the group helping organize the leading Central American migrant caravan, that members of the caravan were planning to attempt to cross the port of entry at San Ysidro later in the day. I have reported every step of the way. The Department of Homeland Security said they had evidence to believe this would happen. Then we got more confirmation from activists saying they were planning on doing this. Actually, it came from members of the caravan to Telemundo. They were planning on storming the barrier. The Homeland Security has also said that this group is harboring about 500 criminals. And just today on Fox News, you've got people saying, no, there's no evidence. You've got people on the left saying there's no evidence, this is true, it's all fear-mongering. It's a conspiracy theory, apparently. But listen, I'm not going to say it's true or it isn't, but I'm going to say this. DHS was right. DHS said they were planning on storming the border, and they just did. So we've got, I think this is the same video we just watched a moment ago. No, this is different. Yeah, you can see all of these people are rushing in. We can see it says, footage posted by ITV correspondent Emma Murphy also showed several U.S. Border Patrol helicopters flying low overhead near the Mexican side of the border. Now listen, the rhetoric about invasions has been very strong. And a lot of people have been saying it's not fair to call it that. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't call it. I will say, though, these people are trying to rush the U.S. border. Many of them carrying flags, not the people here, but in the migrant caravan, they're carrying flags of their home country. And now we can see hundreds of them, this woman smiling, laughing, as she rushes to illegally enter the United States through the border when they are slowly processing people's asylum claims. These people have no interest in abiding by the rules and the laws that were presented for them. They're just trying to rush the border. It says here, migrants cross a riverbed at the Mexico-U.S. border after getting past a line of police at the Chaparral border crossing in Tijuana, Mexico, Sunday, November 25th. As they try to reach the U.S., the mayor of Tijuana has declared a humanitarian crisis in his border city and says that he has asked the United Nations for aid to deal with the approximately 5,000 Central American migrants who have arrived at the city. In anticipation of the planned migrant effort, U.S. authorities said they had deployed additional personnel to the San Ysidro border port of entry on Sunday, including air and marine agents. Other video showed migrants pushing toward the border fence, chanting, "Yes, we can." The dramatic escalation at the border came as Mexico's incoming government denied reports Saturday that it had struck a deal with the White House to keep the asylum seekers in the country while their claims move through U.S. immigration courts. President Trump, for his part, again threatened to close the entire southern border if no deal could be reached between the two countries. We can see here it says, it's from Emma Murphy, gas is being brought out on the Mexican side. From another tweet from Emma Murphy, migrants with children now scrambling up railway siding, trying to reach border through the mountain. We've got another video here. Let's check this out. So this just looks like more individuals who are trying to rush the border. We'll carry on. On Saturday, the first episode of caravan-related violence directed at U.S. authorities was reported by U.S. Border Patrol in Arizona, as a 31-year-old Honduran man who apparently split from the caravan threw rocks at agents and a helicopter after setting a tree on fire. We have more tweets from Emma Murphy. Many tiny children in the mayhem, she says. U.S. military helicopters all over Mexican side of border now. Normal protocol bars this. The prospective deal between the U.S. and Mexico was seen as a way to dissuade thousands of Central American migrants from seeking asylum in the U.S., a process that can take years. The legal bar for claiming asylum is high and generally requires applicants to show a specific risk of persecution based on factors such as race, nationality, politics, or religion. Trump administration officials have characterized the vast majority of asylum claims as fraudulent or legally insufficient and have taken steps to reduce the backlog of asylum claims that they say are often used by migrants to gain entry into the U.S. and disappear into the country as their claims are adjudicated. In fact, there was another interview with a woman who claimed that she wasn't planning on seeking asylum, that she was planning on hiring a coyote to enter the country illegally. More importantly, we heard the other day from El Universal, a Mexican newspaper, that a six caravans, the sixth was stopped and detained by Mexican police. What is believed to be happening by many people, the left would probably tell you otherwise, is that this is a test for other migrant caravans. They want to come to this country. Okay, we've heard interviews from the LA Times. Some of them are just economic migrants who want Buffalo Wild Wings. What apparently is happening is that people in Central America are seeing this big press event and this huge crowd as an opportunity to enter the U.S. Mexico has offered jobs. Mexico has offered asylum. Okay, if these people are truly fleeing violence, they can take the asylum from Mexico. Mexico has Buffalo Wild Wings. Okay, it is nice. Mexico City, Tijuana, they're nice places, but these people don't want to stay there. They're not trying to get asylum. They just want to come to the U.S., and they are rushing the border now. If the U.S., in my opinion, doesn't get a hold on this, more caravans will come because this is a test to see whether or not the U.S. border is strong. And with these people rushing through, if they make it, many people are going to feel like they too can come in, and it's a sign of weakness, right? There's a challenge. A lot of people on the left who believe in open borders are probably cheering for this. But this will devastate labor in the U.S., okay? Not this one small group of a couple hundred people, no, but it's grains of sand. The old saying goes, how many grains of sand make a heap, right? You take a grain of sand, you put it on the ground. Is it a heap? No, of course not. But eventually, you will have what you could define as a heap of sand. How many grains make it? We just don't know. And the point is, as you slowly allow these people to rush the border and enter illegally, they will depress wages. This is why Bernie Sanders opposed the immigration reform in 2007. This is why many union activists oppose illegal immigration, because you can't account for it. It depresses wages, it makes people poor, it breeds poverty and crime. It is bad all around. But for these people, it's good. Because life in the US, even with depressed wages, will be better than life in Mexico. And for the Central American migrants who are rejecting asylum in Mexico, who are rejecting job offers from Mexico, who just want to come here, they're seeing this as an opportunity. As these people rush the border, if they make it in, many, many more will come. Because just the fact that the migrant caravan existed is causing many people to try and come because they want to get involved. They want the opportunity. If something happens where the U.S. is forced by the courts, or if the U.S. is forced to open the borders, or forced to grant these people asylum, then many people who are coming from Central America, they want to be here for that opportunity. And that's why 6 caravans now. So let's read what the latest is. Just go down the conclusion here. We've got some photos of what looks like barbed wire being laid out, and many photos of the migrants in the caravan. It's a huge story because it's breaking news. They say, Trump reiterated on Twitter Saturday that he plans to do away with the U.S. catch and release system, which allows asylum seekers to work and study sometimes for years while their cases are pending. Migrants at the southern border will not be allowed into the United States until their claims are individually approved in court, Trump wrote. We only allow those who come into our country legally. Other than that, our very strong policy is catch and detain, no releasing into the U.S. Again, this video was recorded a couple hours before it was published, which means check for updates. I will likely have an update on the situation tomorrow at youtube.com/timcast. That is my main channel. The channel you are on right now is youtube.com/timcastnews. So go to youtube.com/timcast, subscribe, and in all likelihood tomorrow I will have a video breaking down everything that happened because listen, by the time you watch this, there will be many more updates. By tonight, there will be many more updates. It is very likely these people will get in. Not all of them, but many of them. So stay tuned. I'm also going to have another video up in just a few minutes, so stick around on this channel for that, which will not be breaking news.